Alice Bailey was born in an upper-class family in the city of Manchester, England. The year was 1880. It was the Victorian era, a time of religious and social conformity. Though born to wealth and privilege, yet Alice described herself as an unhappy and exceedingly disagreeable little girl, a society girl in the gay 90s, which she did not find so gay. She was deeply religious by nature, having been brought up in the Episcopal Church. She eventually became what she described as an evangelist of the Billy Sunday type and a social worker. Both of her parents died before she was 9 years old, and she was sent to live with her grandparents in Surrey, England, not far from London. When Alice was 15 years old, she was visiting her aunt in Scotland. It was there in the year 1895 that she relates the most unusual and pivotal event of her life.
On June the 30th, 1895, I had an experience which has made that date for me one that I never forget and always keep. I had been for months in the throes of adolescent miseries. There was nothing but sorrow and trouble on every hand. I had not asked to come into the world, but here I was. I was just 15. Nobody loved me, and I knew I had a hateful disposition, and so was not surprised that life was difficult. There was no future ahead of me except marriage and the humdrum life of my caste and set. I hated everybody except 2 or 3 people. I had been taught the narrowest kind of Christianity. Unless people thought as I did, they could not be saved. I was torn between the beauties of ritual and the narrowness of dogma. I was in a complete fog. And then, at the height of my unhappiness, and in the very middle of my dilemma and questioning, one of the masters of the wisdom came to me. It was a Sunday morning. The previous Sunday, I'd heard a sermon which had aroused all my aspiration. This Sunday, for some reason, I had not gone to church. All the rest of the house party had gone, and there was no one in the house but myself and the servants. I was sitting in the drawing room, reading. The door opened, and in walked a tall man, dressed in European clothes, very well cut, I remember, but with a turban on his head. He came in and sat down beside me. I was so petrified at the sight of the turban that I could not make a sound or ask what he was doing there. Then he started to talk. He told me there was some work that it was planned that I could do in the world, but that it would entail my changing my disposition very considerably. I would have to give up being such an unpleasant little girl, and must try and get some measure of self-control. My future usefulness to him and to the world was dependent upon how I handled myself and the changes I could manage to make. He said that if I could achieve real self-control, I could then be trusted, and that I would travel all over the world and visit many countries, doing your master's work all the time. Those words have rung in my ear ever since. He emphasized that it all depended upon me and what I could do and should do immediately. He added that he would be in touch with me at intervals of several years apart. The interview was very brief. I said nothing, but simply listened whilst he talked quite emphatically. Having said what he had come to say, he got up and walked out, after pausing at the door for a minute to give me a look which to this day I remember very distinctly. I did not know what to make of it all. When I'd recovered from the shock, I was first very frightened and thought I was going insane or had been to sleep and dreaming. And then I reacted to a feeling of smug satisfaction. I felt that I was like Joan of Arc, at that time my heroine, and that, like her, I was seeing spiritual visions and was consequently set aside for a great work. What it was I could not imagine, but pictured myself as the dramatic and admired teacher of thousands. This reaction was succeeded by one in which the criticism he'd made of me became uppermost in my mind. I decided that maybe I was not in the class of Joan of Arc, but simply someone who could be nicer than I had been, and who could begin to control a rather violent temper. This I started to do.
When she was 18, Alice went to a finishing school for girls in London. Shortly after that, she went to work in a soldiers' home in Belfast, Ireland. These were church-run homes that provided coffee shops, checkers, Bibles, and an opportunity for the women who ran them to practice their evangelism. In the early 1900s, the next phase of her life, Alice Bailey's evangelistic spirit caused her to leave Europe for India, where she continued her work there in the church-sponsored soldiers' homes. She loved being of service and traveled extensively in India, expressing her missionary zeal as she went. She wrote of this time,
"My mornings would be given to Bible study, for I was taking an average of 15 meetings a week. We were feeding 500 or 600 men in each coffee shop every evening, and that meant much buying and selling. My afternoons would be spent in a hospital, usually in the wards where there were no women nurses, because there the need was the greatest. I would go from bungalow to bungalow of these big military hospitals, with papers and pamphlets and books, and, alas, loaded up with tracts. I got fairly well known in the hospitals, and the chaplains of all denominations used to send for me constantly to sit with the boys when they were dying, and, if I could do nothing to help, at least the dying man could hold my hand. I learnt one important thing as I sat with these men and watched them pass over to the other side, and it was this: nature or God takes care of people at these times, and they usually die quite unafraid and are often very glad to go. One hot night in Lucknow, I could not sleep. I walked up and down my room and felt entirely desolate. I went out onto the broad veranda, shrouded in flowering bougainvillea, but found nothing there but mosquitoes. I returned to my room and stood by my dressing table for a minute. Suddenly, a broad shaft of brilliant light struck my room, and the voice of the master, who had come to me when I was 15, spoke to me. I did not see him this time, but I stood in the middle of the room and listened to what he had to say. He told me not to be unduly troubled, that I had been under observation and was doing what he wanted me to do. He told me that things were planned, and that the life work which he had earlier outlined to me would start, but in a way which I would not recognize. He offered me no solution for any of my problems, and he did not tell me what to do. The masters never do. They never tell a disciple what to do or where to go or how to handle a situation, in spite of all the bunk talked by nice, well-meaning devotees. The master is a busy executive, and his job is world direction. He never runs around talking sweet platitudes to perfectly mediocre people whose influence is nil and whose power to serve is undeveloped. I mention this because this is one of the things which need debunking and which has misled a lot of very good people. We learn to be masters by mastering our own problems, by putting right our own mistakes, by lifting some of humanity's burdens, and by forgetting ourselves. The master did not comfort me that night. He offered me no compliments or nice platitudes. He said, in effect, the work must go on. Don't forget, be prepared to work. Don't be deceived by circumstances.
Alice began a new phase of her life when she left India and got married. This marriage, which lasted from 1907 to 1915, was an unhappy one that left her with 3 children to raise by herself. She was no longer the lady of wealth and social standing. In 1915 she was living in Pacific Grove, California, where she had to work for a living in a sardine factory and struggle against poverty. In Pacific Grove, Alice met 2 women who were the personal pupils of H.P. Blavatsky. She went to theosophical meetings there, and under their guidance sought to understand Blavatsky's book, The Secret Doctrine. This study opened the door for Alice's mental awakening and her break with Orthodox religion. In 1917 she moved to Hollywood, California, where the Theosophical headquarters was located. There she continued exploring the metaphysics of Theosophy. Of this move, she wrote,
Hollywood was relatively unspoiled in those days. The movie industry was, of course, the major industry, but the town remained at that time quite simple. The main streets were all lined with pepper trees, and there was not the breathlessness, the mad rush, the brittle brilliancy and the glare of modern Hollywood today. It was then a gentler and sweeter place. It was during this year, 1918, that I discovered for the first time who it was that had come to see me in Scotland when I was a girl of 15. I had been admitted into the esoteric section of the Theosophical Society and was attending their meetings. The first time that I went into the shrine room, I saw the customary pictures of the Christ and the Masters of the Wisdom as the Theosophists call them. To my surprise, there, looking straight at me, was a picture of my visitor. There was no mistake. This was the man who had walked into my aunt's drawing room, and it was not the Master Jesus. It was the Master K.H.
Alice was still living in Crotona in 1919, when she was contacted by one of the great teachers that she later came to know as a Master of the Wisdom.
It was in November 1919 that I made my first contact with the Tibetan. I had sent the children off to school and thought I would snatch a few minutes to myself, and went out onto the hill close to the house. I sat down and began thinking, and then suddenly I sat, startled and attentive. I heard what I thought was a clear note of music, which sounded from the sky, through the hill, and in me. Then I heard a voice which said, "There are some books which it is desired should be written for the public. You can write them. Will you do so?" Without a moment's notice I said, "Certainly not. I'm not a darned psychic, and I don't want to be drawn into anything like that." I was startled to hear myself speaking out loud. The voice went on to say that wise people did not make snap judgments, that I had a peculiar gift for the higher telepathy, and that what I was being asked to do embodied no aspect of the lower psychism. I replied that I didn't care, that I wasn't interested in any work of a psychic nature at all. The unseen person, who was speaking so clearly and directly to me, then said that he would give me time for consideration, that he would not take my answer then, and that he would come back in 3 weeks' time exactly, to find out what I intended to do.
Following this reluctant beginning, Alice agreed to write as the new master teacher suggested. So she began a period of some 30 years' work, during which she published an encyclopedic-sized collection of books. In 1919, this Tibetan teacher communicated the first few chapters of the book Initiation, Human and Solar, and these were printed in the periodical The Theosophist. This new beginning was marked by another key event when, in 1919, Alice met her future husband, Foster Bailey. Foster became her dearest friend and ally in the work that lay ahead. By 1921, Alice and Foster, now married, were living in New York, and Alice found herself increasingly in the role of teacher and manager of an ever-growing, eventually worldwide organization. This evolved into many public presentations, a publishing company, a correspondence school, lending libraries, and activities associated with meditation, service, and the promotion of goodwill on a global scale. Alice's work included more travel for her and Foster, one notable example being her work with Olga Koptein in Ascona, Switzerland. This is Alice in Ascona with some of her co-workers, including Foster and Dr. Roberto Assagioli, founder of the modern school of psychology known as psychosynthesis. This is Alice's collaborator, Olga, at Ascona with Carl Jung. At Ascona, Alice also met Violet Tweeddale, author of The Cosmic Christ. Also present was Alice's friend and collaborator, the Grand Duke Alexander, who was the brother-in-law of the Tsar of Russia. Alexander was the author of the book, The Religion of Love. Alice and the Duke were spiritually very close, and Alice recounts a paranormal experience in which Alexander visited her at the time of his death. Today, Alice's books continue to exert a worldwide influence and have shaped the direction of what has come to be called the New Age. The foundation that she and Foster established, the Lucius Trust, currently operates out of offices in 3 cities: New York, London, and Geneva, Switzerland. Alice's work at the Spiritual Center in Switzerland was partly inspired by her co-worker, Alice Ortiz, who provided not only friendship but material support. Alice Ortiz was a poet as well as a writer on spiritual subjects. In 1922, Alice and Foster published The First Beacon, a quarterly periodical of esoteric philosophy that has continued down to the present day. Among the early contributors to the Beacon was Dr. Roberto Assagioli, founder of psychosynthesis. Also Alice's friend and co-worker, Vera Stanley Alder, painter and author of numerous books on the ancient wisdom. Alice Bailey considered her writings to be in continuity with the theosophy of H.P. Blavatsky. The early editions of the Beacon included reprints of the writings of many noted theosophists, including H.P. Blavatsky, Colonel Alcott, and William Q. Judge. In this connection, it might be noted that Alice referred to her book, A Treatise on Cosmic Fire, as the psychological key to Blavatsky's work, The Secret Doctrine. We will pass now from review of the life and work of Alice Bailey in general to a brief outline of her thought and writings, keeping in mind that the writing was largely not her own, but a transmission of the teaching of her master. The spirituality that was the focus of her writings can be defined in conventional terms as a synthesis of many subjects, including psychology, philosophy, cosmology, religion, spiritual anatomy, and human relations. In many ways, it was the work of Alice Bailey that defined and shaped the spiritual significance of the phrase New Age. That said, it should be noted that the phrase New Age has taken on popular, one should say illusory or glamorous meanings in the minds of many. The popular understanding of the phrase is superficial and in many cases outside of or even contrary to Bailey's thought. In metaphysical terms, Bailey's work can be defined as an expression of the ageless wisdom. It seeks to expound science or spiritual science underlying the whole universe. There is perhaps one word and one theme that is foundational and runs like a golden thread tying together all her works. That word is unity. And there is one word that qualifies and informs that unity, and that word is love. The teaching is, there is one life in and through all things. And there is one motive that defines the true path, and that is love, the basis of the brotherhood of all humanity. Over this foundation her writings build a many-faceted structure that defines soul, personality, right human relations, and the relation of God and man. Over it we see outlined the nature of religion in both its superficial and true sense, and over it we see outlined the nature of spiritual evolution. In this ageless wisdom teaching there is one God, Spirit, Energy, Principle, Cause. From that comes a Trinity, 3, and also 7 facets or dimensions of life. These are the rays of the one life that is in and through all things and defines their essential and formal nature. Alice Bailey's writings use both esoteric or specialized vocabulary and also a plain language vocabulary. To read her with some understanding, as with many academic disciplines, requires the careful learning of this special vocabulary. In addition, many writings use what are called reformative definitions. This is when a word is used in a special sense where it is redefined or given a fresh meaning that does not correspond to the conventional one. The writings of Alice Bailey make considerable use of such definitions. To understand her writing, it is necessary to approach these new meanings. There is one key thing that distinguishes the religious aspects of her writings from conventional religion. Though the writings place love and wisdom above intellect, yet independent thought is regarded as of vital importance. We see this in the following passage, which I offer by way of conclusion. The books that I have written are sent out with no claim for their acceptance. They may or may not be correct, true, and useful. It is for you to ascertain their truth by right practice and by the exercise of the intuition. Neither I nor AAB is the least interested in having them acclaimed as inspired writings, or in having anyone speak of them with bated breath as being the work of one of the masters. If they present truth in such a way that it follows sequentially upon that already offered in the world teachings, if the information given raises the aspiration, the will to serve, from the plane of emotions to that of the mind, the plane whereon the masters can be found, then they will have served their purpose. If the teaching conveyed calls forth a response from the illuminated mind of the worker in the world, and brings a flashing forth of his intuition, then let that teaching be accepted, but not otherwise. If the statements meet with eventual corroboration, or are deemed true under the test of the law of correspondences, then that is well and good. But should this not be so, let not the student accept what is said.